Your character is a full journey. She
Yeah.
started as this innocent girl. Here she's fighting, accusing this Baba of rape and all kinds of things. When people meet you, which role do they first tell you? When they meet you at cafes or airport or
Yeah.
anywhere, what do they tell you?
They are saying, Baba ko kab marenge batao. They are
So
equally.
Ashram is what they are all
Ashram,
watching.
Ashram, 100%.
If you land up on a set, when you don't know what you're going to do, or do you know
Yeah.
how some actors will take it like, I can't work like that. You are very impulsive, and you
Yeah.
are okay with someone else's impulse as well.
Yes, yes.
But are you like, someone throws this in and aaj ye wala shot hai, you may not be physically prepared for it, you may not be mentally prepared for it. How
Yeah.
do you pull that
No,
off?
honestly, when on set, the can't word doesn't exist for me. Because I think, what's the
Have to
point?
do it. Yeah, I have to do it.
Yeah, let's do it now. Now that there is no option, like recently I had a fall, and then
Yeah.
I had a ligament tear, but we had to complete that day's shoot. In this, there is one negative aspect that happens with me is that I get overworked. Because then what happens? People are like, "Oh, you're doing it, then do it, then do more, then do more."
We know him, he's such a chill guy.
Yeah.
What is Bobby like for you?
Honestly, now Bobby sir is like this huge guy, no? But
Yeah.
I see like some small baby in him. And I told
Yeah,
him
he's
also,
that, yeah.
he is so innocent,
Yeah, he's so sweet. Yeah.
so upfront.
Yeah.
Like how children are.
Yeah.
They eat something, it's sour, they're like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
They just make that face. They are not, if the child is in a president's
Right.
cabin also, he'll not wonder कि मैं कहाँ हूँ, मुझे कौन देख रहा है. He'll just say like, "Eh,"
Yeah.
Bobby sir is exactly like that.
Both very different characters, but very brave girls. Like, I know they started as a very innocent girl and she didn't know much and she's just going in with all innocence. But she also, and this girl also today in season 3, do you see any resemblance in the fire that she has?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the beauty is that I was shooting both together.
Wow,
At
you're
one
shooting
point.
she and
yeah,
Ashram
together. So her strength is submissive.
Yeah,
Her strength is submissive in she. In Pammi, her strength is vocal.
Yeah.
And I had to access both at one point.
Yeah.
So when in she, when Bhumi is not talking but just staring or
Yeah,
looking,
yeah, my God.
that's
yeah.
equal to what Pammi is saying कि यार मैं बाबा को तो मार डालूंगी ये करूंगी वो करूंगी. तो मेरे लिए ना मुझे बहुत ही मजा आने लगा कि ये मैं दोनों एक साथ
That's
कर रही हूँ.
great, right? Yeah.
Hi, this is Aaditi Pohankar and you're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.
Aditi, good to see you. Welcome again to Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you. It's very good to see you. I've been missing you.
I know we have not caught up in a long time. We'll do
Yeah.
that. Post Ashram interviews, this is what we are now used to catching up.
Yeah.
So we have again reached that point where tell me one thing. You have in this industry where getting work is a task. I mean, so many actors who want work, who are still they have not got their first break. To have a series which has season after season after season and a following and a popular, very mainstream filmmaker, someone very popular mainstream opposite you, this is a huge sense of security for you.
100%. I would just say that it's divine grace, nothing else. Because for me, people keep asking me that how do you choose your scripts or how do you do this? So I said, look, honestly speaking, I've done 2 scripts. I'm very, very much in acceptance of that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very new and I'm learning. And I've done another 3 scripts which are upcoming this year. But certainly for those 3 scripts to work out, I took my time. And I only focused on the script and the director. Because I think I rather do 10 scripts in my entire life. Like I wouldn't like to limit myself, but I'm saying I would rather like to do those 10 where I'm having a one-on-one with the character.
Yeah.
Where I'm flowing with the character.
Right.
Like with Ashram, what happened was I started as Pammi, as an innocent girl, and I was very excited to be Pammi at that moment. And right now, what she has become such a it's like a full 360 turn towards me.
Yeah.
So I enjoy these journeys in my life when I watch it, and when I'm playing it, I'm playing those characters completely.
Right, बहुत कम chance मिलता है ऐसा किसी को कि like you have your character is a full journey. She started as this innocent girl. Here she's fighting, accusing this Baba of rape and all kinds of things. These are very powerful scenes. That way, when people meet you, they which role do they first tell you? When they meet you at cafes or airport or anywhere, what do they tell you?
They are saying, Baba ko kab marenge batao. They are equally.
Ashram is what they are all watching.
Ashram, 100%. Because when she released that time, they used to look at me and say, are you that girl?
Yeah.
Because I don't look like that girl. And I like to be quite normal otherwise in life also. So, but I said, but how did you recognize? Tell me that. I'm excited because I'm wearing a mask. That time COVID was going on. And I remember at the airport at Superdry, that guy said, I said, so I said, but how did you know?
How did you know?
He said, your eyes and the voice. And these are my two elements which I completely use. Because I think that, everybody can look like everybody. Everybody can sound like everybody. But आपका अगर भाव अलग हो, if you have an emotion of that character in that moment, then you're going to create magic. Because magic is not created by you; it's created by the creator.
Right.
It's going to take that shape of that script according to what's happening in that space with the director, you, and the co-actor. So it's such a great give and take that we used to. I was a runner, so we used to do this relay. So first or last, हमेशा best runners होते हैं. बीच में जो होते हैं थोड़ा half a second, less, 0.01 second, I would say. But the last one has to catch up for the first one.
Right.
So if I didn't start Pammi as an innocent girl, Pammi over here, I didn't know she was going to reach here.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
But I had to worship my innocence in the first season, Had I not done that, thinking, I'm looking plain, I'm looking simple, actors tend to become a little more biased towards themselves as Aaditi. I would be like, Aditi is not looking this, Aditi is wearing this, Aditi. But right now I have to think about Pammi.
Right.
Because I don't know where she's going to land. Like in Ashram, I don't know where Pammi was going to land and where Sir was going to take her. He was literally writing scenes while we were doing this thing because he got so excited because he's that person. He's first of all coming from so many years of experience that now for him it's like, okay, we are having fun with this. Now where do we go?
Wow.
तो वो साड़ी वाला scene वो सब वहीं पे हुआ. People, I said, आज मैं साड़ी पहन रही हूँ? क्या बात कर? And my team people are like, but we don't have this. We don't have. I said, relax. It's okay. That means the character is going somewhere else.
That's great fun. But also if you land up on a set, when you don't know what you're going to do, or do you know how some actors will take it like, I can't work like that. You are very impulsive and you are okay with someone else's impulse as well. But are you like, someone throws this in and aaj ye wala shot hai, you may not be physically prepared for it, you may not be mentally prepared for it. How do you pull that off?
Honestly, when on set, the can't word doesn't exist for me. Because I think what's the point?
To do it. Yeah, I have to do it.
Let's do it now. Now that there is no option, like recently I had a fall and then I had a ligament tear. But we had to complete that day's shoot. Now after this, I will take care of my body, but I will finish that and take care of the body. The mind is very strong. It will help you do that. It's up to you whether how much are you going to push yourself. In this, there is one negative aspect that happens with me is that I get overworked. Because then what happens, people are like, oh, you're doing it, then do it. Then do more, then do more. But they're forgetting that they're losing out on quality. Because as a body, as a mind, I can work as much as I want to work according to my willpower. But as my body will get a little tired or a little strained. So they are not going to get that freshness that I started with the first scene. Because if a director understands an actor, like if an actor understands a director, magic is created between these three, the DOP, the actor and the director. So it happened on the sets of She that Amit sir, me and Arif sir and sometimes Imtiaz sir, when he came, there was this thing that where is this going? Okay, so there was no rush, there was no hurry. Correct. We were actually looking at each other and going ahead with the scenes.
Right.
So then there is no body, there is no this. It's just flowing.
It's just flowing. Yeah. In fact, my complaint with all OTT platforms is that when they're doing publicity, they're lining up 20 and 30 interviews in a day. So the first 2-3 interviews, the actors all energetic and giving all answers. By the time your 15th interviews come, they are like, "Kab khatam hoega? We also want to go." And even it's not the journalist's fault; they are called at particular time. So I totally get what you're saying. That after a point, we have to think of how much mind can we give it, and physically how much can we give it. So coming to Ashram, when you're doing these kind of powerful scenes, when you're literally accusing a Baba of ki aapne mera rape kiya, I'll take him to the cops, I'll do this, main maar dalungi kind of thing. What is that day like post shoot? Do you this must be staying with a girl, for any girl to do this scene, this must be staying with you.
Yes, it did. So that's why everybody used to gather at Bobby sir's room to relax and to chill and all, or to Chandan's room. So I would rarely go.
Why? Because
I used to feel
Yeah.
icky about it.
Yeah.
That I'm playing this card, and in the evening I'm chilling.
yeah, chilling with him.
So after a point, I told myself, stop it. Don't be so serious about what
Yeah,
you're doing. You
yeah,
have
true.
to relax.
When you say cut, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. So वो करने में मुझे थोड़ा वक्त लग गया.
Okay.
Beginning के 10 दिन लग गए, you know.
Mhm.
And also we were all new to each other.
Okay.
Once the ice broke and we became friendly, then it was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Baba and Pummi शाम को chill कर रहे हैं. You know, and people are like going to, if that
Yeah,
BTS comes
that
out of what
picture
we
should
do,
come out, yeah.
man, it's madness to another level. Until 10 o'clock only, because morning again 4 a.m., 5 a.m. we
Wow.
wake up and we go on shoot, because we were always shooting in winters where it was like you know, sunlight is going to go at like 4:35. तो हमारा shoot बहुत सुबह ही शुरू हो जाता था. And
Okay.
with Prakash sir, no, I don't know how he manages it, but we would finish all scenes in time without getting tired.
That's really something.
That's called
But he's a
skill.
seasoned director. Yeah, he's seen it all.
And to the point, huh? Like to the point. He'll not take one extra thing. "Nahi, mujhe mil gaya," and that's it. You're like, "How many?" And I feel amazing with such directors. I don't see the monitor or nothing. I'm like, "Aapko mil gaya? Great. I trust you."
You don't want to see how you look. And
No, not at all. Because actually, when you're performing, you understand now whether now I know I'm talking to you, what emotion I'm talking with.
Correct. Yeah.
If the emotion is right, then if my hair is here also,
Doesn't matter.
it actually won't matter.
Yeah, true. You know, initially you said earlier you all didn't know each other. Now are you and like, you know, have you cracked Bobby Deol? We know him, he's such a chill guy.
Yeah.
What is Bobby like for you?
Honestly, now Bobby sir is like this huge guy, no? But
Yeah.
I see like some small baby in him. And I told him
He's
also,
that. Yeah,
he is so innocent,
yeah, he's so sweet. Yeah,
so upfront.
Yeah.
Like how children are.
yeah,
They eat something, it's sour, they're like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
They just make that face. They are not, if the child is in a president's
Right.
cabin also, he'll not wonder कि मैं कहाँ हूँ, मुझे कौन देख रहा है. He'll just say like, "Eh," you know.
Yeah.
Bobby sir is exactly like that. Whatever he doesn't like, he says it,
He
and
says
then
it.
some people might not like it, but we understand who he is, and I appreciate that about him, honestly.
that's really
You know, I'll tell you, Rohit, he was the first one to call me, and he said that my wife and me were watching, and you did such a great job, and you know, you're so hardworking. He gave me so many compliments, which was so
Amazing.
gracious of
Yeah,
him. He said,
yeah,
"अगर
yeah.
तुम नहीं अच्छा करती, पूरा season इस बार तुम पर था."
True.
So it would have probably fallen, and I was so happy with that
That
compliment.
must be something coming from him, na? That
Yeah,
that means a
I
lot.
really liked. First phone call the next morning was, he said, मैं भी रात को binge watch कर रहा था, and all that, you know. So it was great.
Yeah, he's such a chill guy.
Yeah.
You know, Prakash ji, again, you know, he's made some of the best films in Hindi cinema.
Yes.
You know, to work with him is a great opportunity. One, what is there to learn from him on a set when you see him?
I think discipline in thought, I would say. Yeah, like, you know, thoughts, what happens with the mind, no? Mind goes everywhere, and you're like, oh, did I do this, did I do that, did I not do this, did I not do that, and it keeps on taking you in that roller coaster. With him, what happens is, because his energy is focused, we all follow his path, we all follow his energy, and we go according to what he's thinking, so there is no disperse of energy, so automatically we can be more productive.
Right.
That's what I have learned from him. Like, you know, it is relaxed. It's not that everything is very strict on set, but it is very focused.
Right.
So that's, I think, one thing I've taken from him. Yeah.
You know, when you all started, she was this innocent girl, and everybody, you didn't know that we would reach this season, and this is where the story will go.
No, not at all. Not at all.
He knew. Anyone knew? Like,
no, nobody knew. Because I got only my scene.
Correct. But was there a plan, like this? The third season has come because the seasons worked. Is that a discussion you all have? Like, chal raha hai, log dekh rahe hain, we have a following. Let's keep giving them something.
Right. So initially, first season, after we did the first season, then we did the second. So the part of I think we shot this third season, and that's second was a part of third, and third was a part of. It was like that. Like, it was divided. That's why it's 5 episodes only.
Correct.
So it just went with the flow. Technically, it's 2 seasons if you look at it. So that went with the flow really well.
Nice. So when you did your first season, it ended, and you said goodbye, and you all said bye-bye on the set. Were you surprised when you again got a call saying we are doing another season?
No. because I knew as a story arc it will go somewhere.
It will go somewhere.
Yeah, because initially when we were shooting in Ayodhya, I knew अभी यहाँ पे अगर छोड़ा है तो यहीं से शुरू होगा. यहाँ तो छोड़ ही नहीं सकते. जैसे अभी she में we have left she or there. After this she could have become a Dawn or something else. So but none of it made sense.
Right.
And it was over also in a way.
Correct.
There was a closure.
There was a closure.
Yeah, there was no closure.
Yeah. Very. Both very different characters, but very brave girls. Like, I know they started as a very innocent girl and she didn't know much and she's just going in with all innocence. But she also, and this girl also today in season 3, do you see any resemblance in the fire that she has?
Oh, absolutely. The beauty is that I was shooting both together.
Oh, wow, you were shooting
point.
she and
Ashram together. So her strength is submissive. Her strength is submissive in she. In Pammi, her strength is vocal.
Yeah.
And I had to access both at one point.
Yeah.
So when in she, when Bhumi is not talking but just staring or looking,
my God,
that's equal to what Pammi is saying कि यार मैं बाबा को तो मार डालूंगी ये करूंगी वो करूंगी. तो मेरे लिए ना मुझे बहुत ही मजा आने लगा कि ये मैं दोनों एक साथ कर रही हूँ.
Great, right? Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Right. You are a spiritual person. You know so much in this space. But when you do a show like this, which has a clear story that, Baba is like that. This is your 3rd season.
Yeah.
Does it transcend and translate into your personal thoughts also? Ki these people are like that. This is how the world is.
So I'll tell you what happened quickly. That after I did Ashram, I met somebody, and he's my spiritual teacher.
Yeah.
So he's a teacher. He's not a god or a guru or any of that. But he's teaching me how to live and how to be a human being. Because over and above everything, my question was that, okay, I become famous. Okay, tomorrow I become the most popular actor. Okay, but beyond that, what was my question? Because when a show gets over, I always felt that vacancy. Now what? Yeah, okay, I can go party, chill, do everything my age guys are doing and forget about it. But here, no, that question kept hitting me. But what? Next what? Because what happens, I start living that world for those 60-70 days. Then that world gets over. Then there's a huge gap.
People also move on.
People move on and things happen. And people can easily say that's life. People can say that. But for me, I'm still saying what next? So I discussed this with many people, with Makaran sir, with Imtiaz sir, with Imtiaz sir is on that path too, in a way. I feel that, he's always searching. I see it in his films also. So we didn't ever talk about it in depth, but we always were like, so sir, then what about this? And he's like, let's contemplate, that kind of thing. Even Prakash sir for that matter, he's always been like, तुम जो ये करती हो ना मुझे अच्छा लगता है. और वो हमेशा उसी direction में था. So he's also in a way on that path. So that question, which I would say in one word, who am I? Who am I? As Aaditi, I'm this person. As Pammi, I'm this person. That has led me to this teachings, which has told me that we as human beings are so huge, like we are actually the cosmos, and we don't explore this thing because of small issues that we have in life.
Correct.
Which our mind keeps playing all the time. So I'm not saying that I have overcome something or have gone to this level or I am spiritual. It's just that I can breathe better. Simple.
Okay.
My chaos has kind of reduced.
Has calmed down. Yeah. Have you got the answer? What you were looking for? Yeah.
I think there's a very Kislovsky. I don't know which one of the directors and one of the theatre teachers also has said that you will become an actor in 20 years. Don't call yourself an actor till you don't practice for 20 years. ये मैंने पढ़ा था when I was 18 years. मैंने बोला गया इसमें तो career खत्म है तो कैसे होगा? और वो तभी stress हो गया था मेरे को. I remember that. So that is the similar situation. Who am I is a question of your existence here and beyond.
Right.
Like I've told you last time, I've lost both my parents. Their passing away has taught me so much because they always only instigated me to follow my heart. And they said, it's one life and you have to live it, but responsibly.
Right.
And the responsibility is towards yourself, not towards anyone else. You do whatever you want. You can. I cannot control you. My mother always said, I cannot control you. You can always lie to me if I put pressure. Because that's what everybody is doing and you follow that. So I understood that, and honestly, when I'm applying myself as an actor, these teachings come in like they help me so much to realize that if I was not this, what would I be? Or what is life here and beyond?
Correct.
Are we just limited to this much, or is it more?
There's there more to it.
And it's very exciting. It's not
it is,
just
it's one of the most interesting topics.
Absolutely, because a lot of people talk about it on a table, and the application is very rare. With Dada, who's my spiritual teacher, my application has come in practice.
Okay.
With my experience.
Right. A lot of people will say, you're famous, you have everything. Why, you have all the answers, people will assume. What makes you go to a spiritual guru? Why did you go? Like, what made you go to it?
Exactly. That's what the deal was. That after, and what happened when I did She, it suddenly became like something Candy Crush happened. That 50th level, Suddenly it became like everybody was like, oh, देखा क्या. मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं था क्योंकि COVID था. And I had no idea कब release हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, मुझे पता ही नहीं था. I was just relaxing in life, saying that chalo, I too did my bit. I had done my bit. I was like, I have to impress Imtiaz sir in this one.
Right.
If he's on set or not, I know he's going to watch it. So I did my best in that, and then I was like, what to do now? Again the same question. I have done this, so what do I do? That sudden fame also is not giving me happiness.
Right.
That sudden things were coming to me. Ashram came to me at that time. Okay, that also became a hit. Now the third one is also a hit, but that also is not giving me happiness.
Right.
Then what is happiness? मतलब फ्रिज खोल के रात को आइसक्रीम खा के फ्रेंड्स देख सकती हूँ मैं, जो मैं करती थी, कि मैं करूँ क्या? That emptiness which was there, which I see the vacancy in everybody's eyes, even as actors, which is like the most. There's a नायक करके एक फिल्म है, आपको पता है? बंगाली फिल्म नायक. तो उसमें वो बोलते हैं कि an actor is just a puppet. तो सडनली ना वो आजकल मैं देखती हूँ तो I see people, I see actors also, there's vacancy in the eyes, and that vacancy was in my eyes also, because what happens is when you keep doing something, that becomes like a routine is one thing and you're supposed to do, but then what? Because you're always like kind of dabbling in emotions, no? So which emotion actually catches you and takes you forward, you have no idea.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes that can happen, that it just, you stop there. So with me, I stopped there with who am I?
Okay.
That's what took me to this path.
In this aspect where you always have a question, are you like your mom or are you like your dad?
Both.
You're a mix of both?
Both, because dad was always an atheist. Mom was more on the practicing spirituality path. Like she used to do japa and she used to do all this, and she also trained me as a child, and she's always said, everything is within. God is within. She was a very scientific person, so she was like, God is within. Never go out. Go to a temple, bow down to the divine, but it's all inside you. Don't ask for मेरे को marks चाहिए, मेरे को पैसे चाहिए. भगवान से कभी भी मत मांगना. भगवान को सिर्फ gratitude देना. Thank you बोलना. तो ये संस्कार से I grew up. But dad, complete atheist. The moment अगरबत्ती लगती है घर में, he's like, there's already so much pollution in the air. What is this more pollution in my space? Why did I buy this house then? If you all want to torture me with it, तो पानी डाल देते थे, दिया जला दिया, अरे आग लग गई तो I bought this. अरे बार I bought this house, I bought this house. Mother saying, अरे you will take the house ऊपर or what? What are you talking about?
Right.
So they are fighting like this. Mom, chemical engineer, dad, MSc MTech in organic chemistry.
Wow.
Really interested in like fungus and this and that, and these small things, So it was such a fun scene always. कि किसकी side ले.
Yeah, that's true. For a child, it's confusing, right?
Very confusing. I used to sit in like small closets and do my japa, because mom has said, so I have to do. But dad will say, "Arey, you're supposed to study. Go run. Do something else. What are you doing?"
Right.
All that. तो ऐसे दोनों के बीच में ना ये बहुत ही मजेदार दौर रहा है. And then
So are you an atheist or are you religious? Where are you?
No, I think I am just a human being. I'm trying to be happy. So whatever gives me happiness, I think that's the divine moment for me, and that's spirituality.
That's amazing. Then comes the thing that to be here, to survive here, you have to hustle, you have to find work. It's all materialistic. We want the fame, we want the love, appreciation. The phase that we are going through, itna kuch ban raha hai. You have fairly made a place for yourself. You know what, people know your name, people know who you are, people have loved your work. Now is it easy for Aaditi to get work? Enough काम आ रहा है आपके पास?
हाँ, काम तो बहुत आ रहा है.
Okay.
My God,
That's great.
काम तो बहुत आ रहा है, and I'm doing good work also. So I'm very happy that I'm getting good work.
The question is not काम आ रहा है, अच्छा काम आ रहा है is the question.
Because the directors that I want to work with, the scripts that I want to work on, you know, how do they present me, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
So that kind of good work is happening, and I'm very excited about that kind of you know, experience.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, when we keep seeing you in one role, we typecast you in our head कि ये लड़की ऐसी ही होगी. Would you like to completely change your image and do some comedy, some love story or something?
Of course.
Do you think of that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm like, you know, I thought I'll write it myself and I'll do a play maybe, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Because हो गया ना intense. हमेशा ऐसे से देख के my eyes also have become like loaded with that kind of an emotion. I'm like, dude, now I want to do comedy, I want to do goofy, I want to do like Girl Next Door, something very random. And honestly, it will come when the time is right. It will come. I know that. So I'm waiting for it.
Right. You know what you said. I've met so many people in the recent past who say that I'll only, because I'm not getting it, I'll only write it and I'll only do it.
Yeah.
Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Is this the way to go? Or because this will also take away from your acting focus and acting time. But I understand why everybody is thinking of doing this.
No, honestly, I will not write because I'm not trained in writing.
Okay.
So I'm not, I usually train in things and do things, but I have a sister. And she's a writer.
She's a writer.
So I did a film called Prayer. It's a short film. I did that with her, and it's got a great response. Amit Roy shot it. So we three had that amazing chemistry on set and all that.
Okay.
I was like, great. Now too she can write and she can direct. Let's do that thing. You know, so we can be easy with it because she is like another version of me. She's much older to me, but we have the same kind of a you know, track. But she's more like relaxed and easy vibes, and you know, like
calmer
more
version of Aaditi.
Calmer version. And so what happens is if I ask her something that is this looking good? Is it, because on set you're like that, and she's like, oh yeah. I was like, ये तो director है. I explored that on set with her on that short film. I said super. So she'll write.
Nice. So in the future there is hope that she'll direct you like.
Yes. I'm going to, like we are going to soon.
Yeah. Nice. So tell me, post Ashram 3, have you been shooting? Because you said you got injured, so I figure you must have shot something.
Yes.
So I'm just asking you, when will all this come out? When will we see you next?
So there is something very exciting that I've done, which will come out, I think, by end of April, May.
Okay.
And then in July, and then in another break of 3 more months.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And when you get injured on the set, who is that one person you go to and say, "Pata hai kya hua mere saath?"
Actually, if I call my sister, she'll bash me.
Yeah.
Because she'll say, "Could you take care of yourself?" I'm on a harness. How can I take care
that's
of
true.
myself?
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, this was a genuine accident.
Exactly. So I call my doctor and I tell him again. And so in Marathi he says, "Padu na kama." You know, don't fall now. Again and again. So I just call him and I say, "This happened. What should I do?" Bas. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you have to take care of that. That part is like completely, you know, that's something that's totally on you, your responsibility. So I can't wait to watch all that you have been shooting.
Thank you. Hi, this is Aaditi Pohankar and you're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.